enlightened people. Today I'm here to tell you a little story that the time I almost got arrested. I'm not sure if I told Rayton this story. He's here with me. Say hello, Mr. Pierce.
I'm 100% food.
Yes, he is, like, he's very edible. Except for his bones. Anyways, I was in 7th grade, and at this point, my redneck neighbors was being assholes, to say the least. They would grief my apartment, I mean not my apartment, my house, they'd grief my house.
And at this time...
Keyed the car, put a dick on my car.
Wait, what?
They do a dick on my car with their key. They keyed my car with it, and they made it a dick.
Yeah, but
and then they made like two, and then they made like 2 titties, and they said fake ass titty, and it was like a big dick too, like in my driveway.
Wait, bro. Didn't you know me at this time?
Yes, I knew you at this time, but we wasn't talking at the moment.
Yeah, we weren't talking. Like.
Yeah, like you was just on my friend list, and if I like, I was actually thinking of defending you, but I'm like, you know what? Why the hell not? I'll just message him, and I'm gonna say it's Jax. I was meant to be Jackson. If he invites me to a party, he invites me to a party, because I remember the fun times we had doing the role plays. But anyways, that's not what the story is about. Anyways, like at one point, there was like 8 people outside my fence, and note that my parents are like 66 and 57. I mean 59. There are 9 difference, and I know my dad's 66, so do the fucking math. So, pretty much what happened was, like, there was like 8 people outside my door. Like, we called the police. There was like 4-wheelers out there, and that's when they called the police. And, there was a skinny dude out there who was being a major dick. Even me, as a 7th grader, could have whooped this full-grown man's ass. He was that fucking weak, and this was before I worked out. So put that into perspective. A weak 7th grader could kick this man's ass. And I swear, Jesus, I could too. No challenge. So one day, this buff dude, construction dude, well, I don't want to say he's buff, I'm going to call him fat. Yeah, my dad said he was fat, so we're just gonna call him fat. At first I thought he was buff, but apparently not. My dad said he was fat. So, anyways, he tries to kick my dog, and I'm like, I run inside, and pretty much what I do is I get on the phone with the police officer, and no shit, this is exactly what I said. I said, hey, can I take my baseball bat and go outside and hit this dude over the head? And you know what this bitch said? You are aware that you're being recorded, right? Like, that's what she said. And like, I put the phone down, and I swear to Jesus, this is all true. And so, I stay in for like 5 minutes before I grab a knife and I run out there. And I threaten him to get him to jump that fence and get off the property. At this point, him and my dad are sitting on the tailgate, and they're discussing things, more than likely. And, I go up to him and I say, you better get the fuck off my property, otherwise I'm gonna stab your ass. And then he just looks at my dad and he says, now get him out of here. And my dad tells me to go away. I'm like, what are you doing? He just jumped our fence, threatened you even though you have a lung problem, and he knows it. And he tried to kick our dog. And you telling me to get out of here? And here's the thing. They were trespassing. And you know what the police did when they got there? They acted like I was the bad one. Fuck what they did. They were only concerned about me. They just let them go home. They were on me.
For what?
Yes, they just let the people who trespassed go home. They just let them go home. No punishment. And I almost got sent to Zuby. Like, that man said, I could take you to jail right now. And I'm sitting there like... And I was trying to act like I didn't know. I knew what I was doing, more than likely. Like, more than likely, I knew what the laws were back then. But I just disregarded the shit, more than likely, because I was scared for my dad and shit. And here's the... Shut up, Layton. And, like, he just says to me, I can take you... Like, I'm gonna take you to Zuby. If, like, we're gonna discuss it. And then it's like my dad comes in and he's like, he talks to the police and he says, Adam, you in big trouble. And I'm like, what did I do? I did not do nothing. Like, I did not do nothing, and I was giving this cop an attitude, too. Like, I'm like, oh, you think I'm the bad one. I'm like, no, this is my house, bitch. And he tries to explain to me, they have to physically come in my house for them to do something. They can shut the fuck up or you're getting kicked. Okay?
I'm hungry.
Then eat quietly, bitch. So, what? What? Shut up, woman. So basically what happens is, like, the cops go away, and I was scared shitless. This was in the summer. The entire summer, I was looking over my back. I would be in the swimming pool at the YMCA, and I would be looking over my back. Like, I was looking over my back everywhere I went, because I was scared in the house. I was scared in public. I was scared at school. I thought they would literally come into the school and just take me out in cuffs. But that never happened, obviously, because I'm here today. And I actually talked to a cop about this. And the cop said that I was actually in the right by doing that because it's my house and I have a right to defend my property. That's how he phrased it. And I'm just like, that is... And I'm like, exactly. They were acting like I was a bad guy. I'm pretty sure he did something with that. Like, a little bit of something, but not much came of it that I know of. So did we tell the story about how me and you met, Leighton?
Food. What?
So did we tell the story about how me and you met in another story time?
Sure.
Alright. I'm gonna watch some hentai.